Hi, I'm Beck and I'm a lawyer at Justice Connect. I'm here today to provide you with a brief overview of the report that has just been released by the federal government about the Australian Charities and Not-for-profits Commission. You'll know them as the ACNC. Now, a review was conducted around 18 months ago by an independent panel and they released 30 recommendations. The government has supported 15 of those 30 recommendations, and so while it's important to note that none of these changes are in force yet, we wanted to give you a heads up about the changes that are most relevant to small charities just like yours. There's some really great news to come out of this. Firstly, the government supports increasing the revenue tier from $250,000 to $1 million. This means that less small charities will be required to report. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The federal government still needs to consult with the states on this proposed change. The second piece of good news is that the government also supported giving charities the option of providing a simplified financial report known as a statement of resources. The concept of a statement of resources is brand new in Australia, so we don't really know how it's going to work, but we'll be looking to the ACNC for guidance on this. So we mentioned that there were 15 recommendations that were supported by the government in the recent review. So 3 further recommendations were 14, 15 and 16. So recommendation 14 stated that the government supported the recommendation requiring charities to disclose related party transactions. So related party is a technical term that would include, for example, a family member of a committee member who may be being paid for something like consultancy services for the charity. Small charities will be allowed to disclose these related party transactions in a much more simple way than larger charities. So once again, that reduces the compliance burden on small charities. So recommendation 15, larger charities will need to disclose aggregated information on the remuneration paid to any board members or senior staff members. I understand that this relates to larger charities, but it's worth flagging for smaller charities too because you will grow over time. Finally, recommendation 16, it's also worth noting that the government doesn't intend to review the exemptions for basic religious charities, even though that was flagged by the review panel back in 2018. The last 3 recommendations that the government supported are 17, 18 and 23. So recommendation 17, the government supported the recommendation that the Commissioner can disclose information about regulatory activities, including investigations, in order to protect the public trust and confidence in the sector. Recommendation 18 stated that the Commissioner can collect the personal details of responsible persons, which essentially means key governance people within the organisation who are involved in unlawful activity. So this would include information on their criminal records, but we're still looking to the ACNC for further guidance on this. Recommendation 23 that the government supported stated that the disqualifying criteria for committee members should be widened. So this would mean including convictions. And these convictions could include convictions for terrorism, terrorist financing, money laundering, fraud, importation of or distribution of illicit drugs, or child sexual offences under Commonwealth, state or territory law. Unfortunately, the government did not support the recommendation that the Australian consumer law be amended to clarify its application to charity and not-for-profit organisations, but we will continue campaigning to fix fundraising. So this was a really quick snapshot of the government's response to the review and the changes that are likely to be on their way soon. But for more information, please head to our website, notforprofitlaw.org.au, and sign up to our newsletter.